marijuana cultivation. I'd like to speak on mental health, and it warms my heart that some of the Hillary Clinton supporters are still receiving psychological counseling because Trump won. Yes. Okay.
That's pretty good.
I'd like to talk about the mental health evaluation teams that ride along with the sheriffs. I attended the Pasadena meeting, and another speaker informed the audience that a mental when people think when these mental health evaluation teams find somebody that they think is mentally ill, they go before a board, and then they're released back into the street because there are no mental health facilities in LA County. There's not enough mental health facilities in the county, and so the program is just to make the LA County Board of Supervisors look good.
Yep.
And then if you're a homeless person, your number one enemy is the local police officer.
Yeah.
Because they receive instructions from the mayor to get these homeless people out of sight. And so, and to a lesser degree, their sheriff is still one of their enemies if you're homeless. And so what the Orange County Board of Supervisors should do, or the city of Los Angeles should do, is they're aware of the homeless camps, and then they ought to supply portable toilets for them.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Why I am the only Hillary supporter.
Next speaker, Susan.
You definitely need help. Mental health. Yeah. Muzala needs help.
Did you say thank you for coming here to Cudahy. And I just wanted to express the support that we've had from the sheriffs here, from the sheriff's department. The schools here in Cudahy participate in what is known as International Walk to School Day. So they help out with patrolling, and they also participate, which is,
those
very
Hillary supporters are
motivating for the
nuts.
kids. The teachers, the administrators, they all cooperate. They all, we all work together. The parents from the community as well, they participate. So I wanted to express that. The only thing is that we do need to have the parks patrolled more, because as you have heard several times, we do have issues there. But it is getting better. It's a lot better from 31 years ago, from when I first moved here. We had the sheriffs, and we went to Maywood Police Department. That was a complete disaster, as I'm sure you've probably heard about and read in the media. And now we have the sheriffs again. So just wanted to say that the sheriffs are doing a good job here. Just like everything, sometimes there's issues, but we can talk to the sheriffs and we can work them out, and it's always resolved. At least that has been my experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree with that. The parks are overrun with crap.
Next speaker, Nawi Huitzilo Ochtle.
His name is Robert Hernandez.
Thank you very much for having us today. I agree with the youngster that was speaking before me that if police do something wrong, they got to be held accountable. For the people that have jobs, like people like me, not people here, if we do something bad, we get fired, we get written up. If police mess up, they gotta get fired, they gotta go to jail. every time I see cops getting away with crimes and crimes. And if cops are doing their job, you know, all power to them. You know, our money's going for them to do their jobs. And there's good cops out there that go after rapists, that go after bad people, that go after women abusers. I support that. You know, I support those kind of cops. And I want to talk about what happened June 12th. There was an incident where the sheriffs locked us out from parking in this parking lot. And it was the counter-protesters versus the protesters, or protesters versus protesters. And nobody was there to separate us. And it's not like we want to get babysit, but these guys came to attack us. They came to attack us. They charged on us. I had a sign. They were trying to provoke. They ripped the sign while the sheriffs were seeing, and we were like saying, you know, what's going on? How come you guys are not arresting them? And the guy that took my sign ripped it. He had a knife. He was coming inside here with a knife. They took it away from him. And then a week after, or the next city council after, that's what the guy had a gun. That was the incident in the gas station. Why did you bring a gun to a city council meeting?
Because you're here.
It's like these guys think we're all criminals. That's what they bring guns. And these people are
and they're crazy and dangerous.
They're clapping against marijuana. And
like Methuselah.
most of these people smoke marijuana or need to smoke marijuana. They have mental issues. So we got to promote mental health clinics because a lot of people do need it. Like the lady that was
Is that
walking
Bob
around
Marley
naked,
or Bob
instead of her going to jail, she
I
needs
think
to
it's
go to
Bob
a mental
Marley.
institution. She don't need to be incarcerated. Thank you.
Smoke it up, baby. Bravo! That was hilarious.
Okay, folks. Next speaker, Claudia Magaña.
That was very entertaining.
Yes, he was.
Okay, so I'll keep this short.
She's very good.
In solidarity with the community here in Cudahy, I think it's outrageous what's going on and what they're being attacked with and terrorized with.
Yeah.
It's really important that you all sheriffs do follow SB54 and create a safe environment for the community here to have a foster a stronger relationship. And also, I think it's really important that we don't underestimate the danger that extremists do pose to our community. When we look at domestic terrorism, it is focused on extremist ideologies. And so while they might sound really ridiculous and it's kind of hard to take them seriously, I do feel like it's a threat. And
You're right, those Brown
that you all,
Supremacists are hard to take seriously.
As the folks that are policing this neighborhood, do keep your residents safe and keep a close eye on folks that are bringing in weapons to civic engagement opportunities. Thank you.
All right. Yay. Thanks for protecting us.
Thank you. Next speaker, Milena Yankovic.
Okay, she's a she. You sure?
Thank you. Good evening. And first of all, if
Do you
allow
think
me, I would
it's
like
a he
to
or a she?
right a wrong from the last
He
meeting.
or
This
she?
position, I spoke, and after I actually spoke, shaming the department for the use of PR. And after I spoke, one of the members of the public shamed me for not thanking the department, and she was right and I was wrong. So I'd like to write that tonight and say thank you for all those deputies who risked their lives protecting us. And also thank you to you for coming here and for listening and doing your job.
Yeah.
I would like to address the recent report by the Office of Inspector General on Immigration, Public Safety, and Public Trust. This report found multiple instances of the Sheriff's Department violating state law and their own internal policy. One practice that really stood out from that report to me and that I found particularly troubling is the practice of giving ICE agents information on inmates who are being released. And this is done by placing screen printouts of the inmate's information in the basket behind the release desk at the inmate reception center. What this does, it circumvents the Truth Act. And it also really violates the public trust. Now, I stood in front of the sheriff, Sheriff Jim McDonald, on July 6th, and I asked him about giving information to us, and he told me we do not do that. Chief Asmus was there, Under Sheriff LaVerge there, Assistant Sheriff Eddie Rivera was there.
Susan,
50
I already
members of the
spoke.
public
You'll
were
have to
there,
watch
and
the
they
video
heard him
later.
say to me, we do not do that. And yet, here we are finding out that was being done actively at that time. How can we trust the sheriff then? I know you're here to build public trust, and it is your prerogative to hold this department accountable. And in order to do so, you have to make strong and sensible recommendation. To that end, I ask you to make a recommendation to the Board of Supervisors to add jails to the list of sensitive locations where ICE should not have access. if you allow me one more second, I would also like please to ask you to consider all the complaints of white supremacy that you heard here at other town hall meetings, and to create a committee to investigate the problem, and to issue a report and a set of recommendations on how to deal with this issue. Thank you, guys.
There's so much hate. Wow.
All right, let's go.
Muzla.
Don Petty, next speaker.
Muzla. If they want to get rid of the white supremacists, they should start
Here we
with-
go.
Yeah, here we go.
Good evening. I have 4 minutes, correct? 4 minutes?
2
minutes? Okay, well, we're talking a lot about free speech tonight. I want to tell you what free speech isn't. Free speech is not bringing a gun to a city council meeting and pulling it out on innocent civilians. Free speech is not pepper spraying kids after a city council meeting. Free speech is not harassing immigrants so much, harassing state legislators so much that you have to shut down an immigration workshop. Free speech is not harassing people so much that people cannot contact their elected officials because they fear going to public meetings. I want to say that there is a difference. I am imploring this committee, this commission, to know the difference between free speech and terrorism. I also want to talk about hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy when a medical marijuana user like Elsa comes here and says that Cudahy can't have a medical marijuana ordinance. It's hypocrisy for Arthur to come from Torrance to come here and say that Cudahy can't have a medical marijuana ordinance when there are a number of dispensaries in the Torrance area. And he should go check out Green Cross on Western Avenue.
It's not in Torrance. It's not in Torrance. It's in the LA Strip.
But
It's LA.
again, I implore you.
It's Los Angeles.
When I talk to law enforcement officers, they say, well, there's free speech, they have the right to free speech too. Yes, they do. But it has crossed the line many, many times.
They attacked me, Robin.
Terrorism.
Give me a break.
So
I'm joking.
I implore you, and I will be willing to reach out to you and give you more examples because it's been in the media as well. It's been in the media and it's been in public record. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
I think she's a Hillary supporter. Moo. Someone get the phone. She abuses her patients.
Did she give her patients marijuana?
Probably.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Pure marijuana, sir.
R.G. Wong has a mental
I would
illness.
like to say, God bless our Governor Brown for signing
Donald Trump.
SB 54.
Donald
And
Trump.
also, I would like to thank the officers who are in support. I would
Which are
like to
none.
talk about sexual assault and rape. 4 months ago, on the 77th Division Police Station, there was an officer that was having sexual relationship with a minor. This information I obtained it. I was not aware of this, but I was asking questions to residents, and I came along speaking to a person by the name Monique, and she was telling me 10 years ago she was also assaulted by police officers. They were at a liquor store. She was at a liquor store with her friend, and her friend had an open container of alcohol. The officers were like, we will not arrest you guys if you guys give us our number. Give us you guys' number. She told me about that. That was 10 years ago, and apparently this sexual assault and rape is still present. The officer by the name Robert Kane, who was assigned as an equipment room operator, he was involved with a sexual relationship with a minor. The questions that these citizens are asking is, what can we do in order to prevent sexual harassment and rape by some officers who are not following the law? Are these officers getting proper background checks? And how can LA citizens trust our law enforcement. I know that not all officers are bad, and I do thank you guys for coming, and I think that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Rape is rape.
Thank you. Jeanette Brody.
Hi, I never go to these things, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to start attending these types of events. I am quite disturbed by some of the things I'm observing, but I'll put that aside. I came here today because I'm concerned about the implementation of drone technology.
She's very disturbed.
By not only LAPD, but the Sheriff's Office. I'm worried about how the officers are going to be trained. I'm worried about the Fourth Amendment implications. I'm worried about misuse. I'm just worried about the people. And I'm coming from a legal perspective, and I plan to learn everything I possibly can about this. But from my experience as an attorney, I have seen some questionable behavior and sometimes actual mistruths being told by police officers on the stand.
Mistruths?
So my concerns are very much about how drone technology will be implemented in the community and that the community be protected by it.
She's very disturbed.
Just a quick aside, I do want to address some of the things I'm seeing here. I pray from the bottom of my heart that no one is actually using any kind of threat against someone just simply because they happen to come from a different country. And I will be attending these meetings, so I'm sure we're going to get to know everybody pretty well. Yeah.
Awesome. I doubt it.
So I pray
love the
that
First
everyone
Amendment.
understand that even though not everybody understands the Fourth Amendment, I'm going to learn everything about it, and I will be coming to these meetings and many other meetings to let you know that someone is paying attention. And if you don't implement this in a way that protects the rights of the citizenry, I'm going to be there to say something about it. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Thank you.
We love you, disturbed lady.
Thank you. Laura Salaji.
We love you, disturbed lady. She was at least respectful enough to listen, but she has a problem with Trump. I don't know why. Because she's disturbed.
I think she's single.
Thank you
Definitely.
for having this forum. I want to speak about immigrants. I taught English for 15 years to adult students who came from all over the world. Having had immigrant grandparents who came to the United States to escape anti-Semitism in Europe, I know that immigrants come because of problems in their own country.
That's right.
And I feel very strongly that the Sheriff's Department needs to protect immigrants from ICE and the rise of white supremacists, which is so rampant in our country today. Thank you.
They're over there.
Maria Bien.
Jeff Sessions is on the job. He's paying attention. Boy, you know, don't you think they'd have new material?
Good evening, everybody. Me da mucho gusto tener aquí personas nuevas que no tenemos el consejo regular de siempre.
I'm really happy to be here and see the new faces of all me.
Yo soy residente de Cudahy por más de 26 años tengo en este país.
Yes. I am a resident of the city of Cudahy and I've been in the city for 26 years.
Aquí en Cudahy tenemos un problema muy grande que me imagino que somos pocos los residentes.
Here in the city of Cudahy, we have a huge problem where we are a very small city with a little bit of residents.
Necesitamos su ayuda urgentemente.
We need your help urgently.
En primer lugar, los cultivos de marihuana y laboratorios que se piensan hacer aquí en Cudahy.
First of all, I want to bring to your attention the cultivation of marijuana in the city of Cudahy.
Yo no estoy de acuerdo.
I'm against it.
No estoy de acuerdo nomás.
Lamentablemente personas están de acuerdo, pero yo personalmente tengo mi familia, tengo mis niños, yo sé que es mi responsabilidad de madre.
I know there's people who are for it, but I have children and it's my responsibility as a mother to protect my kids.
Hablar con ellos y protegerlos sobre todo esto.
To talk to them and protect them about marijuana.
Segundo tema,
Yo vengo a apoyar a la sargento Bear.
My second point that I want to make, I'm here to support Sergeant Bear.
Para mí es muy importante que ella siga aquí.
It is very important for me for her to continue to be part of the city.
No solo ella, todo el sheriff es muy importante.
Not just her, but all of her entire staff in the sheriff's department.
Si tiene que haber un cambio, que haga la rotación de todos.
If there's going to be a change, there should be a rotation of all deputies.
No solo porque un concejal quiera hacer ese cambio que a él le convenga. Solo porque un concejal quiera hacer ese cambio.
Because of a city council member who wants to make that change.
Ustedes son personas muy importantes que están aquí y me imagino que van a trabajar para nuestra ciudad.
You guys are very important people, and I'm sure you're going to be working for our city.
Sí. Yo me siento mal y me da tristeza.
I feel bad and I get very saddened.
Que hay personas que no viven en nuestra ciudad, en nuestra comunidad.
That there are people who live in the city that are not part of our community.
Cuando ustedes tienen que escuchar y ayudarnos a los residentes que aquí hay el problema y que tenemos que trabajar aquí juntos unidos.
That you guys need to listen to these problems and we all need to work together to solve these problems.
Por favor, pongan atención en todas las necesidades que tiene nuestra ciudad de Cudahy y trabajemos juntos. Que trabajemos juntos en nuestra comunidad, que yo sé que están perdiendo mucho tiempo. En nuestra comunidad y que no por todas las necesidades que tenemos.
So please pay attention to the needs of the city of Cudahy.
Nosotros como residentes siempre estamos aquí.
Us like residents, we're always here.
Lamentablemente tenemos concejales que no trabajan para nuestra comunidad como deben trabajar.
Unfortunately, we have city council members that do not work for the community.
Vienen grupos de fuera.
Groups from the outside come to the city.
That's right.
Que vienen a ponerse en contra.
These groups want to be against us.
Y hablar cosas.
And talk stuff.
Que no deben de hablar aquí, deben de hablar en un foro más grande, no en una ciudad tan pequeñita.
That they should be talking about these issues at a bigger town hall, not at a small city.
Que los puedan ayudar en sus necesidades, porque la necesidad nosotros la tenemos en nuestra little city.
The need that they have in the city, it's their.
¿Cómo?
La tenemos aquí en nuestra ciudad pequeña.
That the needs that the city of Cudahy have are needed right here in the city of Cudahy.
Yo no sé en realidad quién es cada uno de ustedes, pero me imagino que han de ser algo importante para que ustedes estén aquí y no esté el consejo.
I'm not sure what role you all play here and what's your position.
Okay. She's talking about the people who are pro-marijuana. Those are the people from outside that she is complaining about.
Y mi nombre es María Guillén,
The
estoy
people
para
from
servirles.
outside. Those are the ones she's talking about. She's not talking about
Y
us.
ustedes para mí espero.
And I'm here to help your service.
Gracias.
Qué bueno.
Gracias, señora.
She's talking about the marijuana.
Okay, Griselda Terporten.
Nobody wants marijuana here except now. Except the drug addicts.
Hi, good evening. My name is Griselda Terporten, and I'm actually from the Inland Empire. I came out here because I wanted to learn a little more about the Sheriff's Civilian Oversight Commission. I wanted to know, because what we're trying to do, I work for a nonprofit called Starting Over, because we all believe someone deserves a start over.
Of course.
Point being is we would like to adopt and bring a Sheriff's Civilian Oversight Commission as well into Riverside County. My vision is to have actually civilians involved who have been impacted by the system, by the jail, who's the sheriff who actually runs this. I'm not too sure how many folks here have been impacted by this system. I'm pretty much fourth generation incarcerated, broke the chains. I'd like to continue to do that for my fellow people. So again, I kind of wanted to get to know about how this is working. I know it's fairly new this year. What flaws have you found? What's working, what's not working? As many people have said here, the sheriff department does need to be accountable, just like everybody else, right? Our children at home, our spouses, our employers, etc., including them. A big goal I want to do is save money for the county. I want to be able to reduce recidivism rate, which is the rate of people going back into prison, jails, and whatnot. And I think if the community is involved, especially someone who's been impacted by the system, we have a lot to say. We can help out. So again, I'm not too sure how it's quite structured, even though I'm trying to be diligent about getting to know everything about the committee online and in person. And I know on the website it says the town hall is to meet the commission, and I hope you folks will give us a moment to get to know you guys. So thank you so much for your time.
Yay! So it's 7:25 now. I'm going to honor the cards coming in, but I'm going to I'm going to say we're not going to accept any more cards because we're going to go probably another 15 minutes to get through the last 6 or 7 speakers. But the next speaker is Joseph Moreno.
The brainwashed 12-year-old.
Hi, Council. I'm Joseph Moreno. I'm
He's the brainwashed
a
12-year-old.
resident in Huntington Park. I've come here mostly because of the marijuana. I'm honest 50-50 in this situation because my grandma to say, has really bad arthritis in her joints to the point where she can't sleep. But just like guns, I should think we should have background checks for marijuana, so people can use it responsibly and not to affect the community. Also, I wanted to be here because of the white supremacists, how much they are affecting our community. When they pepper sprayed the people in our group, they actually pepper sprayed my tia, and they also put a gun on us. This is something we can't allow in this community because this is affecting our community. If you hear it from me, a 13-year-old boy. And you know how much adults are here, but if you see it from me, this has to be an eye-opener. And also,
we call this pandering.
We have to take charge against these people. These are affecting our everyday life.
This is child abuse.
Like they said, there's going to be more ICE people walking around the streets.
ICE people?
And taking away the people. Well, guess what? Guess who else is in the community? We're in the community. And we're going to block and we're going to help those people no matter what. Because we're a familia. And that's what they don't understand. That we are a familia and that they keep talking all this crap about us. I'm sorry, but they do. And they have not lived one day in our shoes. And that's the funny part. It makes me laugh. And if some people are comfortable that we speak different languages, that's not my problem, that's your problem. We are America, we get to speak freedom of speech, and that also includes how we speak.
Break the law.
Brainwashed 12-year-old. That kid has been so thoroughly brainwashed. It's pretty sad. Totally brainwashed. Yeah, it's child abuse. It's child abuse.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's totally child abuse.
Cornerstones of our democracy are the rule of law and transparency in government.
Rule of law.
And earlier this year in January, the Board of County Supervisors asked the sheriff to provide a description of relationship with ICE, transfers of jails, and we heard something we've heard for 6-7 months after that. That there's a website, public information, and that's all that they do. This was something that was told to the Board of County Supervisors, to the public on social media, and I believe at one of these meetings a couple months ago. And what have we found out? Violation of the Truth Act. We have not only that website arrangement,
Trust Act,
but the Sheriff's Department set up a special office for ICE,
they're just being
set up 5 computers, and they were also, if that wasn't enough, offering printouts with information that was not public. The sheriff said this was an inaccuracy.
The Sheriff's Department is complying with federal law.
This was a deliberative lie.
They are complying with federal law. That's
And
what
I think it's
they're
important to reflect upon that.
Way to go, Sheriff.
This is a new experiment for the county, having an oversight commission. And I hope that when we reflect back upon it, we realize what lying means. When you're the sheriff, the top law enforcement officer for 10 million people.
Yep.
What message does that send to the rest of the officers? That's what I'm worried about. So I hope that when we reflect upon this, and you communicate with the Sheriff's Department and the Board of County Supervisors,
Did you hear him talk about the rule of
we
law?
actually take into consideration what oversight is. And is there any meaningful oversight
He wants to talk about the
without
rule of
any
law.
teeth? We just started an advisory commission. Thank you for your time.
Yay, rule of law. We love the rule of law. Absolutely.
Jagnar.
The heifer. The heifer. I love that dress.
Oh, good night, relatives. Tell me a little bit about your experience, right? Because I know for sure you're not the rightful owners of this land. You never will be.
Here we go.
If you want the first step to put ice, yeah, put them on yourself. The original wetbacks, right? The original wetbacks.
That's racist.
Bigot.
Outrageous.
So guess what?
Why?
We are the majority already.
No, you're not.
From the north all the way to the south, from the east to the west of this great turtle island.
Turtle?
That we never settled.
Turtle.
Of the United States of America. Because you own us, supposedly, right? You don't own nothing. You don't own these communities. You never will. You help out the people the best you could, right? That's your jobs.
Yeah.
So, whenever the youth comes out and rally against them, you should help them out.
Help them out what?
What's the youth all about today, right?
Right.
Do you want them to follow this, guys? Really? That's pathetic. They all what's called sugar-coated right now. All the species are sugar-coated.
Sugar-coated.
Magic dust.
I respect you to the fullest amount when you do a good job. All right? Because I'm also from an organization called Our Relatives. Our relatives are supposed to be people that you kill. Those policemen out there, those sheriffs, all over Southern California and all over the world.
That was marvelous. That was beautiful. That was excellent. I loved it. That was beautiful.
Very informative.
Fernando, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué onda, güey? ¿Qué hubo?
Fernando Garcia. Like this guy says that these people attack kids. They bring those kids. They're the ones that tell them to go after them. So
yep.
And it's not little kids. It's
yep.
16, 17
Thank
years
you.
old. That's right. Before the problem with the gun,
Ellos son.
they follow them to the parking lot and
Yep.
they start kicking their cars.
Yep.
You guys didn't do nothing.
That's right.
So
That's right.
The next time Omar asked sheriff to escort them, something they didn't do, so they got to their car. They had to
Shut
do
up.
something, so it was something, right? So it's not them attacking kids.
Quiet with the audience
Them taking
Thank you.
the kids to make them look bad. And see, this is another thing. Like, I'm Mexican. These people have never made fun of my English. Something they have all the time.
Yep.
So who's the racist?
Exactly.
They're racist.
Thank you. Thank you.
And about mental illness, you should ask Mayor Garcetti how much money he's making a year. Like how much money he makes with that issue, with homeless issue. He's behind all this. The bootleg houses.
How much are they paying you?
He passed this law this year because he was getting money from those houses years before. I came across that corruption, and then he put me into those
They're so racist.
programs.
You see
They
how
wanted me
racist they are?
to end up killing people where I was working. Like if somebody makes a good
So
investigation
racist.
of
They
that,
discriminate
like
against
I'm pretty sure I can still prove all of that because I went through different techniques they use for different stuff. I'm still alive thanks to God, but like he's behind all this. That's it.
No weapon forged against me shall prosper.
Okay, folks, come on. Next speaker.
But you see who the racists are.
Soria.
You see who the racists are. They're right over there. They discriminate against Hispanic Americans. I mean, you saw it. You saw it right there. I have to comment. I'm just doing it for the audience. So you see You see what they're doing. You see what they're doing. This is what we deal with. This is what Latinos for Trump deal with all the time.
I'm a resident of the city of Cudahy
por 15 años.
for 15 years.
Y mi principal duda es acerca del cultivo y distribución de marihuana.
My biggest concern is the cultivation of marijuana.
And they mock her too.
Kids.
Members of the audience mock her.
Ellos juegan, son deportistas.
My two kids, they play sports.
Juegan en el parque y generalmente van perdón, estoy un poco nerviosa, de 6 a 8 de la noche.
They play at the park from 6 to 8 o'clock in the evening.
En cuanto llegas al parque, apesta.
Once you arrive to the park, it smells like marijuana.
No hay control y mis hijos se quejan del olor.
There is no control.
Upland put a moratorium, didn't they? Upland put a moratorium, didn't they?
No más
I know Toy
que
Story.
mi segundo comentario es acerca de los sheriffs, alguaciles. Creo que están haciendo buen trabajo hacia la comunidad.
My second point that I want to make is to commend the sheriff department of the good work that they are doing in the community.
Creo que nos inspiran a confianza, que es importante para la comunidad.
They inspire us to confide in them, which is very important for the community.
Y que pues están haciendo un muy buen trabajo.
And they are doing a wonderful job. That's it. Thank you.
Yay! All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, the last speaker is Jasheen Aliberto.
You see, you'll notice how we respect the audience members when they speak truthfully. That's what we do.
You know, I'm actually Joseph Moreno's aunt. I usually don't speak at these events because I usually give them that platform because I believe that youth, it's necessary for them to participate in events such as these or meetings such as these because he's an active participant in his community. Nonetheless, June 26th, I just wanted to highlight one specific event that happened. He received a certificate or was acknowledged in the city of Cudahy for his civic engagement work. Now, in coming to the meeting, however, the council was here, but I had to go through other means of actually trying to get to the meeting, that being by actually following a specific protocol, not the regular protocol that you would usually have when coming to a council meeting. We actually needed protection. And that's the thing, we needed protection from people such as these that come to our meetings with guns, okay? So my concern is right now is that his classmates want to be active participants in their community. They want to better their community. They're taking care of their grades. They're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. Now, in trying to be active participants, how do you do that? Do I need to have a vest myself, carry a vest, come in here, have him with a vest? It's very upsetting, and nonetheless, I think it's important that you realize that, picture your children in this position, okay? Coming to a meeting such as this one, and having to worry about getting killed. Okay, so I want to continue to come. I care for my community. I care for the youth most importantly, and this is the reason why I'm speaking at this point. But I ask you to please help us in this process. And I see it as a process of growth because we are here for a reason. And I ask you to protect my nephew, most importantly. Thank you.
Read the sign. Thank you. All right. So we've reached the end of our time. I want to say on behalf of the entire commission, and I know I speak for our executive director and our terrific staff and Sheriff's Department, so everyone here, that we appreciate the feedback, that we are listening, that we're excited to get the input from the community so that we can work harder for you. And these town halls will continue, but keep the feedback coming.
We're just going to head to the car and get out of here.
I guess I'll give the last word to our executive director for any last thoughts.
I just wanted to thank everyone for coming. Thank you, commissioners.
Make sure to that Raul gets his words.
County Council, and OIG. And, you know, if you didn't get a chance to talk tonight, you can reach us on our website. Please get our business box. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you all again for coming out.
Yay! freedom of speech. Yeah. It's not even worth it.
We're all going out together.
Oh yeah, we're good to go. We'll just go together. Oh yeah. All we have to do is rest and receive. Things are good.
So this is
Good job, everybody. Victory has no need. Do you want to? I don't have a problem with it. We're good.
Do not interact with anyone. Do not interact with
We already have a victory. I don't think we need.
You know what? I think we probably do. Here, I'm trying to move over here. I'm sorry.
Watch out.
When did you come? What?
Sorry about that.
We're in the handicap right now. Where you are. I think I should get a sheriff.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Well, can I get a deputy to walk us to the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, everybody, don't interact with anyone.
We have already have a victory or what? Yes.
I want to give you my card.
Sure, go ahead.
I want to talk to you sometime.
Okay.
The reason I got a little worried was because so many people were saying all these things were happening, but when I talked to you, I didn't get that energy from you at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody put here's my card.
every person has a right to speak, and what we just like to see is we want to ensure that there's the rule of law. I'm going to have to take up. I'll call you. I got to go. Yeah, his name's Robert. Yeah, that's fine. I got to go with that guy. That's fine. Thank you so much. This went really well.
Actually, you know what? Can I leave my card with you guys? I would love to talk to you guys
Please.
about your views. You can just email me.
Oh, I went to UC Irvine. I went to UC
I'm doing my PhD there now.
All right, nice.
I want to talk to you guys about this.
Okay. Wow, that was a nice job. That went really well. I had a good time. My God, dude, all I have to do is just show up, and it's easy. Oh, this thing is always broken. Who are we waiting for? Robert. He's just gonna wait. I don't know why he wants to wait.
I know, he's fucking...
Okay, he's just gonna have to wait. That's too bad. It's getting so much easier. It's like all we have to do is just show up, and they just make fools of themselves. I have no idea. We tried to tell them. I want to document really quick how many deputies there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Well, thanks for your service. Look at this. We got like a grand highway for us. This is nice. Uh-oh, watch out. Well, you were the star of the show today, weren't you? Oh, well, you're still a star. It's okay. There was the other sergeant. Where is she? But
she's back inside.
okay,
yeah.
she did. Well, you're doing a great job
that
too.
was impressive how many people spoke highly of her. That was really nice.
And I'm sure you deserve it too. So I'm not saying so.
No,
Okay.
no, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've done 22 years on.
Whenever you're ready, dude. You're my ride. So, all right. Thanks a lot. Nice job, guys.
Thank you so much. What happened to your car? I heard about that.
Oh, it overheated. So we're gonna see what happens. All right, folks. Sorry, I'm just gonna. So everybody just wants you to know we did a really good job today. You'll see they don't have a lot of strength anymore. I'll try to find some light really quick. So you'll see it's gotten to a point where all they do is follow us around. They are completely ineffectual. And the fact that they've repeated the same race card, I learned this from Steve Bannon. If they have to play the race card, it means you're winning. So thanks a lot for following, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.